Hey! Hi guys, it's me, Zell, and we'll be watching Cobra Kai today, continuing on season 2. We'll be doing episode 4 today, The Moment of Truth. You know, I mean, we don't know what that's in store yet. I don't always read the little synopsis about the episode. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But last we had all the students, you know, it was fire versus ice. It was Miyagi Dojo versus Cobra Kai Dojo, and, you know, sort of. Basically, they were just trying to stick up for themselves or advertise for themselves in their own little way. So we're gonna see where that leads. Probably nothing good in the meantime, especially since it's the middle of the season-ish. Earlier. So we're gonna ramp up some of the conflict and see what's gonna go on. Anyhow, I'm excited to see, as usual, where this is gonna lead the characters. What step are they gonna take? We're gonna see some character growth. We're gonna see some development. Anyway, I'm liking the show so far. Like I said, I'm usually not into one for like sports type of shows, if you want to consider martial arts that. It certainly can and is, but I like it because it's a little more, I probably would dig the Miyagi-Do style more to kind of bring in that more meditative defensive style. But I certainly could gain some benefits from Cobra Kai. It's a little bit more in your face, confidence building. I mean, not that you can't be confident with Miyagi-Do. It's just a different thing. Anywho, I think it would be cool. Sounds fun. I'm just rambling as usual, so let's just watch the episode and see what's in store. Who is it?
Hello?
Oh, there he is.
I was a little afraid
Oh, no.
of the other guy. He's a little unhinged.
Joke's on you. He's worse.
Ideally learning to hit and kick without actually being hit or kicked. Bit of a thing about personal space. The other cobras are just gonna have to accept that. You see, the hood of the Indo-Chinese spitting cobra is much smaller, and their pupils are actually round.
Wow, he's just being very hands-on. Oh my gosh, what?
Shit.
You're just gonna... I don't care. You don't just punch a kid.
Let me tell you about my first job selling cars. It's at this used car lot in Tarzana. The customers could smell his BS a mile away. My first month there, I outsold them. I treated people honestly. I looked them in the eye, asked for their trust, and I earned it. The fair and all the gimmicks, that stuff, I mean, it gets them in the door, but it doesn't sell cars. It's the same thing with karate. That's the only way we're gonna be successful.
It's an interesting approach, for sure.
You ready? We're gonna take a drive.
That'd be a fun car to drive in.
Warlords controlled whole swaths of the city. My team and I were charged with cleaning the place up.
How many warlords did you kill?
You keep track of every ant you stomp out.
Whoa. Badass.
Miguel's not having
no,
it.
You already raised my rent 6 months ago.
You have more students, you have more money. You have more money, you pay more rent, yeah? And I give you storage room for free.
I should have charged you rent.
Oh, woulda, coulda, shoulda, my friend.
My friend, I'm not your friend. We're not friends. We had a handshake deal.
He needs to get a contract.
They were outgunned. Rwanda was no joke.
Don't you mean Somalia? Mogadishu's in Somalia. Rwanda's a whole different country.
Of course, Somalia. It all kind of bleeds together, you know.
Listen up!
Got some Western music going on here.
Straighten up, Ginger Twins.
Ginger twins. Oh.
Sorry, parents can't stay for class.
I am here to kick some ass, sir.
Do I know you from somewhere?
I sold you the mirror. We kind of bonded. Talked about my rock band.
This is a class for teenagers.
Well, I can take them. And my mom, she doesn't charge me rent, so I got a lot of cash to burn.
I mean, you could use the money with that rent hike.
Pathetic. Which one of you has the balls to take on the champ?
I'll take him on.
Oh, you will, huh?
Who are
guys can have
you?
a show.
She's like, yes, another girl finally. I mean, she must have some previous experience. Otherwise, I don't know why you would step up with zero.
You sure that you want to do?
Or she just fight with whatever style. She must have a different...
Close the gap.
I don't think that's karate she's using, is it?
Did you see that coming?
Baby.
Is this Miguel's new girlfriend? All right.
You all right?
Yeah, I just kind of used to work here.
Guess we'll find that out about that.
Let me guess. Dick pic?
My mom wants me to go to the beach club with her.
Oh my god. That sounds so miserable.
This girl Sam's probably gonna be there, and she and I are not on good terms. Whatever.
Oh, are they
Aisha, by
not
the way.
because of that?
Tori.
Hey, that's a cool bracelet.
Now this? Some creepy guy at the mall tried to grab me once, but I managed to block him and give him a gift he won't ever forget.
Hey, you wouldn't want to go to the beach with me, would you?
Guess I could suffer through a day at the beach.
Ain't that nice?
So what? Get over it.
That's a year in prison and a $10,000 fine.
Stop being such a bitch, Dimitri.
I can't believe they're still friends with some of the way he
They get immunity.
treats
Snitches
him.
get stitches. He's not Cobra Kai material.
You're a little intense, Hawk. Miguel does not like Kreese.
What's up?
I'm a little worried about Mr. Kreese. My friend Dimitri came in and he roughed him up.
He the mouthy one?
Yeah,
Bro, John Kreese and I go way back. All right, he and I,
have a
it's
pass.
complicated.
Yeah.
Guy's got his issues, and everyone deserves a second chance.
I mean, I believe in that. He's just...
All right, nothing to worry
I'm glad Miguel brought up his concerns, though.
The kid is always on his phone.
I know something about that.
Yeah.
Read on these kids.
Just the concept of Kevin even being in a fight. You'd probably reach for a video game controller to enter a cheat code.
That's why I'm
Okay,
switching it up.
come
I'm going
on.
old school.
Oh.
I feel like we should clear the air, but at the same time, I'm still pissed at them for ruining our performance.
I say go talk to her.
Good for you, Robbie. Yum! Is that a bowl of, like, chocolate mousse?
You guys are the ones who stomped all over our Valley Festival.
Only after your father attacked our dojo. Snake in the grass? Real subtle.
What are we doing? It's our summer vacation. We're at the beach, and we're fighting about karate.
When we should be fighting about boys.
Or who's gonna get the last piece of pretzel bread.
Oh no, that's mine.
I mean, I'm glad they're talking. I want them to be friends.
So it's just you and Abs all summer.
I knew it was you. What did I say would happen if you ever stepped foot in here again?
Uh-oh.
I'm calling the cops.
Oh!
Nothing to worry about, Mrs. LaRusso. Just removing this delinquent.
This delinquent happens to be our guest.
I don't think you understand.
No, I don't think you understand.
Oh.
Robbie is our guest.
Good for you, Mom.
Before I met you guys, I was a different person. Did some stuff here that I regret.
We all make mistakes. It's what we do next that counts, right?
Yes! Yes!
I'll burn the whole damn place down if I have to.
And the cool thing is the dojo's actually at a house, and we train outside in nature. I incorporate
hear you gentlemen gabbing about karate?
Hey, Sandra.
Daniel's just telling us about his new dojo.
That karate would be the thing that turned everything around for my Aisha.
Really?
Uh-oh.
Is she one of your students, Daniel?
No.
Oh, no!
Aisha goes to
Cobra Kai.
Aisha, Mom!
He's given her confidence. Made her tough.
Yeah, well, listen, you can be tough without being aggressive, and see, that's the difference between Miyagi-Do and
Cobra Kai. Didn't they do that thing at Valley Fest?
Got it on my phone.
Oh, man. Poor Daniel. Oh, no.
So Robbie actually moved into our house.
Look what I got.
Where did you get that?
Naughty.
You should put that back. You get into big trouble.
And you are... Oh, Sam, this is Tori. Tori, Sam.
You shouldn't steal anything.
What are you, a nun? Come on, are we gonna drink?
I mean, I'm kind of on Sam's side.
Like her.
I get having fun having a drink, but just... What do you see?
I help you?
I'm sorry, you just look like an old friend.
Your friend? Do you like to fish?
He did. He was better than I ever was.
Plenty still out there.
Aww.
If you got something worth biting, eventually the fish will find you. Just have to be patient.
Well, aren't we learning something
A lot
from
more like my
strangers?
friend than I thought.
Have either one of you seen my wallet?
Wait, you're missing your wallet?
It's gotta be around here somewhere.
Calm down. Don't make assumptions.
You wouldn't know anything about that?
Are you freaking kidding me? Sam, she didn't steal your mom's wallet.
Listen, I didn't rob your mom, bitch.
Ooh.
Now let's get out of here.
Oh. Okay. I mean, that was just an accident. It was just blown out of proportion.
Real nice friend
You could go up and, like, ask, I guess, but just full on, like, aggro. I don't know why the wallet would be down here. Okay. You know something?
I knew it.
No, but did you see Shorty in the green though?
Oh, snap.
Just open the goddamn door.
Oh, snap.
Alright, look, let's get the stuff.
Oh no, is she trying to fight them?
Same shit, different summer. Hey, what are you doing here, Robbie? You didn't learn your lesson last time. That's cool. Bring it.
Come on, Robbie.
You busted the lock off my foot locker, you piece of shit.
Knock it off! I got 100 guys that would kill for your bed.
Oh.
Sorry, ma'am. It won't happen again.
Is this a halfway house?
We need to leave him with something to remember us by.
Excuse me?
Let him go. Don't listen to him.
He's doing what Miyagi do. Who the heck are you? He's a guy that works, some older guy who's working with him. Wait, your phone!
You could have told me.
The wallets!
Things got rough after I lost the dojo. I tried re-enlisting, but they wouldn't take me.
Wow.
They got these bullshit psychiatrists now. They weren't there in the shit. Most of them weren't even born. And one of my war buddies, he offered me a job. But I felt like it was a handout. And for the last 10 years, I've been living in places like this.
Wow.
I feel like a broken man, Johnny. But I was taught defeat does not exist in this dojo.
You want a chance to redeem yourself? You got it. But you gotta try to do things my way.
Aww.
Yes, Sensei.
Aww.
Something good did come out of it, though.
Ooh.
Former All-Valley champ takes out 3 criminals using Miyagi-Do karate. And we'd have a packed dojo by noon.
No. Miyagi-Do is about defending yourself and protecting others, not seeking credit.
Kind of neat Robbie asked him before posting.
Let those who need us find us, right?
Excuse me?
Oh,
It was
Dimitri.
unclear if the gate was the front door, if I was supposed to... Is that a koi pod? How much does it cost to maintain that?
May I help you?
Yeah, I want to learn karate.
You have come to the right place.
Oh, I'm excited.
Sensei Kreese, you want to take this one?
Certainly,
Oh no.
Sensei Lawrence. Just as they let their guard down. That's when you strike the hardest.
Wow. Oh. So kind of a slow start. I wasn't quite sure how I felt about this episode, which they kind of do sometimes, right? Sorry, I'm still a little emotional. Yeah, they're hitting on some interesting things. Something like, you know, I think we were all, I'm speaking for myself, I was a little hesitant to re-trust Kreese, right? Which I think there was their point, because, you know, you're like, oh, he came to apologize, and then you felt like he was manipulating you again. But really, it's him trying to live these things of which he thinks is his glory days, his only period of worth, because then he had these years where he's like, I was doing random jobs and he wasn't feeling like empowered himself. He didn't feel probably self-worth like he was, because he couldn't even re-enlist. He lost the dojo. Like, he was feeling really down, and now he's been living between place to place, not having a sense of security. Really, I appreciate them highlighting this, showing like an older guy with this troubled past, like questionable, like, you know, not treating people great. And clearly, like, these are some old habits he's gonna have to work out, like what he did to Dimitri and stuff. And obviously he's got some anger issues that is, you know, affecting clearly potentially his living situation. But I'm so glad, like, kudos to Johnny. And I think, again, him being given the time of day and patience by, say, Miguel and other people in his life, he is doing a really wonderful thing of sticking up for Kreese, right? Like, he's saying he deserves a second chance. Like, everyone should deserve to. And they kind of played that on in the Daniel side of the story, with her being like, people make mistakes. It's what they do now that matters, to some effect, what she said, in regards to Robbie's past and his relationship to the beach club. And then he obviously found his friends had been doing that side thing. So I love that they're definitely playing on this parallel story of similarities, which seems to be kind of a thing that they're doing with this show, is like they're showing like similar story things, but from different perspectives, slightly adjusted. So I do appreciate, and me, I'm pleasantly kind of surprised, but just pleasantly, that we got to see into Kreese's current life, and him reaching out for him a sense of purpose and a sense of fulfillment in his life, since he seems to have been lacking in that. And I'm so glad that Johnny was there to kind of lift him up and be like, we don't accept defeat. And also him, you know, making sure to let him know, we're gonna do it my way, right? Like, basically telling Kreese, like, we acknowledge that some of your methods were not great, right? Aren't healthy, aren't long-term great practices. And he's like, not saying I'm perfect, but he's like, we're gonna do it my way, and we're going to do it differently. So I appreciate him sticking up for himself, staring me like, this is what it is. And then Kreese being like, yes, Sensei Lawrence. Like, that was a big sign of respect, something that he hasn't gotten from Kreese a lot. So I think that's really great. And I'm excited to see where the story goes. I hope it continues on this path of Kreese finding his own self-empowerment, and that can be a sense of healing for Johnny and his relationship, but just Johnny individually and Kreese individually, right? And also, again, a side thing for Miguel to kind of be observing in this. I do hope and pray that they don't sour this storyline, and that Miguel is just showing, like, this is what it means to give people second chances, which maybe that'll tie over to his other relationships that maybe they're holding this grudge with, maybe with Sam, with Robbie, you know, even Daniel. And maybe that'll be the same thing with Johnny and Daniel. Maybe eventually they will, you know, come to this conclusion when I would imagine once Cobra Kai, the show, finishes. I would be, you know. Anywho, and then again, obviously, more Daniel's side of the story. I loved the moment of meeting that gentleman on the beach that reminded him of Miyagi, but also that he had personality traits and like a way of life about him that reflected so much about him, and about the patience on the beach, and just patience of waiting for something to come to you, that it's meant, kind of like it's meant to be. If it happens, it'll happen, sort of thing. Absolutely love that Dimitri, kudos to him for not giving up on karate, even though like he already has been hesitant this whole time. He takes a leap of faith and then he gets beat up. That he was still interested in, and that he still went for it. So good job, Dimitri, for falling off the horse and getting back on, right? I'm excited to see where his journey. We saw Hawk obviously have his evolution, and I imagine Dimitri's will be satisfying as well. And again, interesting that we'll see that obviously it'll affect their friend dynamic, which has already been, to me, from my end, Hawk hasn't been treating him with great respect. I think Hawk is gonna have to readjust some of his interactions with people. Like, I'm all for him being confident and stuff, but you know, calling your friend out like that and kind of a little bit insult to injury sort of thing. Even Dimitri seems to really be like sure of himself though. Every time he's been called, like calling him a super nerd, or which isn't really an insult anymore, or calling him P word. He doesn't really seem to like, you know, take that. He kind of just like bounces off of him. So anyways, I'm excited about Dimitri's journey in Miyagi-Do, that they're slowly growing, and that's okay. Again, like the whole essence of Miyagi is patience, right? And Miyagi even was like literally probably just Daniel and him the whole time. I can't recall if there was another student, but in COBRA KAI has always been a larger. So it'll, you know, the people that need it will seek it out. They know it's around. They've advertised, and he's like, we don't need to be showy about this. So very interesting. I love to see these stories play out. So I'm excited, you know, as usual, to continue to see that. And now adding that little curiosity for Kreese's journey, and now Dimitri's in this karate world, right? And then of course, can't forget the new student, Tori. I'm thinking I'm remembering right. I'm sure we're going to learn more about her backstory, why she's inclined to maybe theft. Could be a variety of reasons. While I do appreciate Sam, I myself am goody two shoes, what have you, about like, oh, you probably shouldn't do that. Obviously, she took some of her, you know, maybe judgment and put that onto her and got like, hello, like you don't just put your hands to somebody, you need to like step off. Yeah, well, I'm curious to see where that will go and continue. Yeah, very interesting indeed. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction and review. Please share your thoughts below, how you're enjoying it as well, or how you felt about this episode. Like, what was your reflections on what this episode kind of showed us, especially with, again, Kreese's story is I'm most drawn to in this episode. And yeah, you know, like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time, guys. Thanks.